All right, looks like the max on this bike for someone my size is...
This is a 2023 Honda Monkey, and today I'm going to give it my first impressions. The suspension looks way better than my suspension. Yeah, the first thing I don't like is probably the gauge cluster. The bars seem kind of narrow. Don't know how I'm going to like these mirrors. But the styling, I love the way it looks. The classic style, it's definitely better than how the Grom looks. Foot pegs look really good. Mine are just kind of metal. Have you ever had any heat from the muffler? Any problem?
I mean, you can drive it for 30 minutes and touch it and nothing.
Really?
That's why I'm reluctant on changing it.
Yeah, the seat is definitely more comfortable. It feels like the bars are really close to me.
You can also,
Ooh.
adjust them and push them forward.
Okay, you can tilt them up a little bit.
Yeah.
The gas tank feels so low. I figured it would be up higher. It's got a fuel gauge. Yeah, this feels really good. What is this? Yeah. It's like storage.
Like a little storage, yeah.
Nice.
And then
overall, I really love the look. I like the seat. And there are a few things I'm concerned about, like the just handlebars being tilted down. That's adjustable. The foot pegs seem a little high, and the gauge cluster seems like it has just a little bit less information than I would like. Other than that, it looks like a fun little bike. Let's give it a ride. Riding the Honda Monkey, and he's going to be riding my Kymco Spade behind me. It's quiet.
Feels smooth. Nothing to complain about so far. Handlebars are not that crowded as it felt when I was sitting down. I felt like it was going to be a lot more crowded. But we're about to get up to speed here. Good power. 45 miles an hour. Oh, it feels comfortable. I didn't see the top speed yet. I'll pull away, see if I can beat him up. 45 miles an hour, 46, full throttle right now, 47, 48, 49, he's pulling away very fast, 50, 51, 52, 52. Yeah, I think that's all we're gonna hit. So, about the same as the Grom. This feels better than the Grom, honestly. I like the way this rides. This feels like it should have this much power. The Grom feels like it should have more. The Grom left me wanting more. No gear indicator. That's something the Grom did have that this does not have. Yeah, it pulls pretty good through the gears. An hour and fifth. And yeah, kind of like the Grom, like it peters out there in fifth gear. Definitely no power to give you. The ride's comfortable. It's a little bouncy. Alright, we're at full throttle. I think we're in fourth right now. We're going to try to hit a new top speed. 48 miles an hour, and we're struggling to stay at 48. He's pulling away pretty consistently here. That's my bike, the Kymco Spade, ahead of me. He's test riding that. Having trouble just breaking 50 miles an hour on this thing. But again, it doesn't feel out of place. This feels like it should go this fast. My bike feels like it should go faster, and it does go faster. The Grom feels like it should go faster, and it just doesn't go faster. So, let me tuck and see if I can go any faster. 52? 52. Alright, looks like the max on this bike for someone my size is 52 miles an hour in fifth gear. Just for reference, I cruise at 55 on my bike, the Kymco Spade 150, all day, no problem, no matter the wind, and it's still got more. I can hit 65 pretty easy on that. There is quite a difference in power. Feels like I am sitting a little higher, like I'm sitting on top of the bike rather than my Kymco. I feel like I'm almost a part of the bike. My hips are getting a little cramped in this position. I'm not sure why. It's basically the same position. Seems like a fun little bike. It definitely feels more like a toy rather than a proper motorcycle. I feel when I ride my Kymco, it feels like a proper motorcycle. Like I can get up to speed pretty good. It's got plenty of power in all the gears, and I'm never left wanting more. With this, I would want just a touch more power, and with the Grom, I wanted a lot more power. The Grom was a big disappointment. But if you're just cruising around town, if you're just going around your neighborhood, going to the store really quick, just going for an afternoon cruise, this bike should be fine. The price tag seems to be a little much for me. You're looking at between $4,000 and $5,500, depending on the state you're in. And for a mini moto, just like I said about the Grom, it seems like just too much money for what you're getting. It shifts very smooth. Let's see if I can't catch up to him. Oh man, we're pulling right away. It might break the record. 53, 54, 54 miles an hour. Look at that. Maybe we had the wind in our favor or something. It seems to be harder to tell what gear I'm in while riding this bike. 5. Oh man, he's destroying me. The acceleration seems pretty good. I'm actually kind of impressed. Now the big question, would I buy this motorcycle? I would buy this motorcycle if I got a good deal on it. And when I mean good deal, I mean probably around $2,500. If I couldn't find one of these for $2,500, then I would not buy it. Like I said previously, it doesn't feel like a proper motorcycle. It feels more like a toy motorcycle. I do love Honda though. I wish Honda would come out with a 200, a Monkey 200, and made the styling a little bit more big boy bike and get this thing going 70. That would be a bike. What I'm noticing about the downshifting is it doesn't engine brake nearly as much as my bike. When I ride my bike, my main way of slowing down is engine braking. I'm not able to do that as much on the Monkey here. Yeah, the speed is not even close. As you can see, he is just destroying me right now.
All right, we are done the test ride, and overall, I enjoyed it. There were some things to note. So the seat was much more comfortable, but it feels like it is a little bit closer. My hips did start to cramp up just a little bit until I scooted all the way back to everything it had to offer me. My first impression of the handlebars being very low and close to me didn't really affect the ride at all. It felt fine, no issue there. The shifting up and down, good and bad. So the good thing is it felt good shifting up and down. It felt good, but when I went to slow down and downshift, the engine brake, usually when you downshift, your engine will naturally slow down because you're engine braking, didn't have much effect on the speed, which I was very surprised. When I ride my bike, I almost never use the brakes because the engine braking works so well. I did have some trouble just trying to know what gear I was in. The engine was quiet, and when it did get into high revs, it wasn't very obvious which gear I was in at the time. The vibration was a million times better than the Z125 I did a video on. The foot pegs had almost no vibration, and the mirrors did have some, but it was almost not noticeable when riding. When you were standing still, it was noticeable. The speed, I'm sure if you guys saw the test ride portion, I did get this up to 54 miles an hour one time, and I got it to 52 a couple times, and then I struggled to get over 50 several times. So it does rely on the wind a little bit to see which max speed you're going to hit. I want to give a big shout out to Keith for letting me ride his 2023 Honda Monkey. My final conclusion is it was comfortable, it was fun. I did want a little bit more power, and would I buy it? I would buy it if I found it at a deal, but at the retail and the used market prices that are currently on the market, I don't think I would buy the Honda Monkey.
Rapping when they own me to sing on. They all want an album, so I gave them 20 singles. Yeah, I'm trying to get a hit, that's why I swing.